Hello, it's Thursday. This is your how was my nose doing update. It's still swollen up, I think. We've still got the ridge across here. It's still sore, but I think I'm on the mend a bit. I've had 3 antibiotic tablets now in total. So hopefully that'll be starting to go back down again and not get any worse. I had a slightly disturbed night this night. I was waking up a lot, just feeling uncomfortable with it. I think I had a bit of a, I don't know, perhaps you can tell me, does Sudafed make you hyperactive? And a bit too much full of the joys of life, because that's how I was feeling yesterday. I went absolutely manic, I've got to be honest. Oh my gosh. I think I might have slightly overdone it. Honestly, I was so hyperactive yesterday. I was power walking around the village. I wondered if it was because I'd had that afternoon of rest, because I can't remember the last time I've done that, honestly. I keep forgetting, because I had a very busy summer. I just was ploughing on with this great momentum thrusting me forwards, and I often get this, like when I hit a less busy period, the momentum still thrusts me forward. I remember when my daughter was very little, on the very rare occasion somebody would have her for me when I wasn't working, you know, and I could just have a rest. All my momentum was still thrusting forward, and for the whole day it was like I don't know, I felt like a train that had had the brakes put on, but it was still moving forward really, really fast. And I often find this when you get to a deadline and then you can rest afterwards, but your emotions are still hurtling you forwards and at a manic pace. And I can't remember where I was going with that. Oh yeah, I think that's where I was yesterday. So it was weird anyway. So when you first get your rest period, you don't instantly rest. It takes a while to slow yourself down a bit. If you know what I mean. But yes, I should be able to have a more restful time now till about July next year. I'm debating about my Portuguese course, whether to go back and do that or not. I'm not sure if it's running for me or not. I'm not sure if it's the same class as last year repeated, in which case I shouldn't do it or not. I'm just waiting to hear. I haven't heard. I've emailed them, but I haven't heard. So I'm kind of leaving that to fate really, but logically it makes sense for me to do it the following year and just keep self-teaching in dribs and drabs as I am doing at the moment, because it's a lot of travel, because the trains are all disrupted still. It would make a lot of sense to wait till the trains are just running again, because it'll save a lot of travel time and discomfort, and coming back very late at night as well, because it takes so much longer and there's like a big gap. It's nearly an hour to wait for the bus home, and then it takes double the amount of time it would have taken, so getting back late at night for that. So I don't know what to do. I want to focus on growing my channel this year, you know, as much as I can now, between now and the gigs picking up for the next season again. So maybe taking on a Portuguese course is not the best idea in that respect. I don't know. I'm trying not to overcommit myself because I'm terrible for this. Coy and half rambled on. Right, sorry about the long intro. I am going to try and have a moderately restful day today with periods of actual rest, because I think if I keep on overdoing it, this is just gonna get worse again, and I want to have a good weekend because I've got a gig coming up at the weekend, so I want to be ready for that. I've just googled, can Sudafed make you hyperactive? It says, well, this is wellnessretreatrecovery.com. It says, what is Sudafed, which I think is an ingredient in it. It says, in large doses, it will cause a sudden rush of energy, excitability, and hyperactivity. That describes me yesterday. I didn't have it in large doses though, I just took the recommended dose. Oh my word. I can't pronounce this word. Sudafed is an effective nasal and sinus decongestant. It is also a stimulant, especially for preventing sleep. Oh my gosh, I better go easy on that then. I've just had another one when I got up, like at 8 o'clock this morning. Oh, no wonder I'm feeling better. Well, I'm a bit worried about feeling more better than I am, because I think it's making me burn myself out, and then I might have a deficit of energy afterwards. Oh dear. Right, I'm not going to take them every 4 hours. I'm going to have less, and not in the evening, not in the afternoon, I think. Oh goodness me. Have any of you ever experienced this with Sudafed, or is it just me? Hello, it's 10:30 and now I'm feeling wobbly again. My legs are wobbling. I'm gonna have a little bit of breakfast and see if that perks me up, and then get back to what I was doing. I am not taking Sudafed again. It's like flipping amphetamines. I've never taken amphetamines, and I wouldn't, because I think it's absolute madness, honestly, to go and use up all your reserves super fast. It can't be good for you. I went so berserk yesterday evening. I was just so full of energy. I couldn't not expend it, you know. So I'm not going to take it again. Right, yeah, I'm going to just have a bit of breakfast and then crack on. Just coming up to 12 now. Do you know I've had a revelation? I've just finished what I needed to do, by the way, at my desk. I've had a revelation. I came over all dizzy after I last spoke to you, and I looked at the floor in the kitchen. I thought, I just want to lie down on the floor because the room's spinning so much. And then I had a bit of a memory from when Izzy was very, very little, and I took some decongestants, and it wasn't Sudafed. And I was racking my brains thinking, what was it? It was Mucron. And so I Googled them when I had that sudden, I remember because I was halfway through editing. I was like, Mucron, right. Paused the video that I was editing and went and Googled to see if they had a common ingredient, and they did, and it's that whatchamacallit. I'll write it up there because I can't remember the name of it and it's long and complicated. I think I'm allergic to it, basically. Or I don't know, maybe the technical term isn't allergy because there's something called sensitivity, which is similar but different. I should avoid it, basically, in future. So I think that's what caused me to go hyperactive, and I think it's what caused me to go dizzy and feel sick as well today. Still feel a bit queasy. Anyway, I'm going to run myself a nice hot deep bath. I'm going to relax in it and then decide what to do next. I might have a little rest and a sit down until the nausea and dizziness passes, actually. Yeah. It's 2 o'clock. I'm on the scrounge for food. I've got this wonderfully organised fridge with barely anything in it, basically. Oh, I've got tofu. And I've got eggs to use up. Tofu, cheese, eggs. I still haven't made that apple strudely thing I want to make. There's my ginger. Oh, it's going a bit mouldy. Oh, I'll have to sort that out. I have veg. I will make something with mushrooms, courgettes and peppers. And I'll microwave a potato and put that in as well. That's a quick, easy thing to do. Bagpuss has been having quite a few goes in the microwave, haven't you? And he feels dry now, but I know if I put him in again for another 2 minutes, the moisture will come to the surface again, so I'll probably put him in again later. There's my lunch cooking. Smells beautiful, actually, with all the seasonings I've got in it. I've taken the cod fillets out of the freezer to have tonight with some sprouts and oven chips. I've begged Izzy, please don't eat the oven chips for your lunch. If you want anything, have those potatoes. So I don't think there's enough potatoes left now for us both to have a meal with later, but there are enough oven chips. I'm contemplating doing an online shop later this afternoon because it's raining and I don't feel 100% well enough to go out shopping. Izzy reckons she's coming on with a virus now as well. I know that sinusitis or sinus infection is the same thing apparently. They can be caused by a virus in the first place, so maybe I have got a virus of some sort and given it to her, or maybe it's something completely unrelated, who knows. But anyway, she's not going to want to go out shopping and neither am I. There's me lunch. This is your 3:30 update, so I've been trying to be restful. Well, I haven't really had, I've sort of had a rest. I've been in bed, putting my expenses through my books and my earnings to get it all nice and up to date on my laptop in bed. I've done a massive, over £100 Asda order to come tomorrow with food in that Izzy considers to be actual food, like penguins, Kit Kats and spicy chicken and things like that and garlic bread, as opposed to just what I normally have in the cupboard, which she doesn't consider to be actually food of any worth. One of my subscribers knocked it on the head. I can't quite remember the exact quote, but she said her daughter says there's not food in here, only ingredients. So yeah, it's kind of like that, I think. That's about it. I'm going to do some editing in bed. Now I'm just charging my laptop up over there because I can't be bothered to unplug the charger and bring it over. And then I'm going to go out to the chemist and see if my nose cream is in. I was leaving it later in the day because they didn't have any in stock yesterday, so I'm rather hoping that the longer I leave it, the more likely it will be that it is in stock. So that's my plan now for the next while. I've got some coffee reheating on the stove, so I better go and sort that out now. I have emerged out of my pit and I'm on my way to the chemist to get my prescription. It's raining, but I've got my prescription. I'll tell you what the lady said about the Sudafed when I get home. It's raining, but I fancy a little just mooch around the shops. I don't have the best footwear for the rain, but never mind. I literally don't need anything that I can think of anyway. Look, that's charming, isn't it? £2 for wood and paint your own coffins for Halloween. Oh, this is nice, just browsing. That's caught my eye. I don't know anybody with like a cross stitch card set that's £1 and you make your own Christmas tree card. That's cute, actually. Yeah, I approve that one. Hours of fun. Surprised to see actual just pebbles for £3 a bag. You could get those off the beach. I can't imagine they'd be a bestseller, but who knows? I've got a thing about washi tape. I totally have. Oh, that's birthday washi tape. Look, for doing the birthday cards with. And that looks like an autumn themed one there. I was telling my boyfriend about how happy putting washi tape on my
like papers and diary and stuff makes me, and I think he was a bit surprised. I'm not going to get any though, I've got so much, but I love having a variety though and mixing it up. I'm determined to get back to doing puzzles once he's gone to uni and I've got my table back. I was thinking only today actually, the next time I need to replace my, what are they called, highlighters. I'm going to get these skinny slimline ones because they're really chunky in a pencil case. Why do we have a tradition of highlighters being really big and chunky? Because they don't need to be, do they? Just the nibs really. I managed to forget to buy oven chips when I was online shopping earlier, and I might as well just pick them up here, save me amending my order later. I'm in Iceland, by the way. Here we go, being impulsive again, getting those tuna steaks, 3 for £10. Yeah, still got that offer on. It's just really handy to have in the freezer for impromptu fishy dinners. Here we are, had a bit of a job finding them. They've moved. £2 with a bag of oven chips. I'm back from the chemist with some Fusidin cream and also some more of the antibiotics, and I was thinking yesterday, hang on, how have I got a box of 28 when this is supposed to be 4 a day for 10 days? That should be 40. I'm not the best at maths, but I can cope with that one. So yeah, I forgot to ask them about it, but it was just in the bag. But what I did remember to ask about was the Sudafed. I said, hey, do you know, I took Sudafed today and yesterday on the recommendation of somebody at this pharmacist, and I went really, really hyperactive. Is that a normal side effect? And they said, yes, it is. Yeah, that can happen if you're sensitive to it. It's like the effect of 2 strong coffees, she said. And she said that she takes Sudafed and has absolutely no side effects whatsoever. But anyway, there's that. What else was I going to tell you? I think that's about it, really. I mean, I'm trying to have a day off. I am thinking, what time is it now? It's 5:20. Kind of want to make that apple strudely thingy for Izzy because I know it'll make her very happy. And I've got 3 of those apples left to use up. Cooking apples from my boyfriend's tree. And I'm also thinking, really, we do need a packing list. I've been asking Izzy to do a packing list for weeks now for uni, and one has not been forthcoming. She's actually out at the moment. She's gone shopping. She said we haven't got any food in the house, which is rubbish. We've got loads of food in the house. What she means is snackage, as I mentioned earlier. So I said, just take some of my cash, just go shopping, just please don't be extravagant with it. I'm gonna make that strudely thingy. I don't know how to do it, but I've got a vision in my mind of what it's gonna look like when it's finished. I'm gonna use the same ingredients for the pie that I did the other day, shove it all in a bowl together, mix it up, and then I'll show you it when it's done and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, this is what I meant. This is only half of it. There's a load more pastry over there and a bit more of this mixture. But anyway, I'm gonna try and just sort of crissy-crossy these snipped ends over. Hopefully it looks as it does in my vision. Yay, it's working. I've never done this before. This is new territory for me. Do you know what? It kind of reminds me of an old-fashioned sandal, you know, with leather straps going across. Hopefully it doesn't taste like an old sandal. Oh, I think we've got this potential for leakage out the side there. How are we going to deal with this? Sticking out the bottom there. I didn't think of that, did I? Oh, how about like that? Oh, that's not very aesthetic. Oh dear, that'll do, I think. Not quite as tidy as I imagined. There's number 2, slightly smaller. I'm going to pop them in the oven. Well, sometime later, there's my things. This stuff, the sugary apple stuff, has dripped all over the bottom of the oven. I'm going to have a bit of cleaning to do. Anyway, I'm making dinner right at the moment. Got sprouts, oven chips, not done from potatoes today, and some cod in foil in there. I'd like to say a thank you to Jason for another Buy Me a Coffee donation to the channel. Thank you so much, most appreciated. I think my nose is going down a bit. I'm feeling better now than I have been, and I haven't taken any more of those decongestants. Never again, oh my word. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Could you please give it a like if you happen to like it, subscribe down below to watch more videos from me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!